Donald Trump is terrified of going to prison. This story has flown under the radar for the last week or so, but it's back because of some new evidence as well as recent actions from Trump and the Trump Organization. As this clip shows you, Donald Trump is trying to bury his CFO and put all of the jail time on him.
The Trump Organization is scrambling in damage control mode as a criminal probe continues into its financial dealings. The organization is stripping Allen Weisselberg from leadership roles more than we reported on last night. The indicted CFO booted off executive roles at more than 40 Trump Organization subsidiary companies. Records show Trump family members are now left in charge. So what's this all about? Is this a preview of its legal defense, throwing the indicted CFO under the bus? One headline saying, quote, Trump-tanic needs to stay afloat. MSNBC legal analyst Dan Goldman calling it a self-preservation that lays the foundation to argue that Weisselberg was a rogue actor. Weisselberg pleading not guilty to allegations of a 15-year off-the-books tax scheme and falsifying records. So the pressure is now ratcheted up on Trump and his organization, squeezing its CFO as prosecutors try to get him talking, and he knows all.
And so what Donald Trump is doing there is taking the one guy that's been charged thus far, the CFO, Allen Weisselberg, the only person charged. The corporation as a whole has been charged, but Weisselberg's the only human being, and basically remove him from many positions of responsibility in the company. And the argument from that report, and I agree with it, is that this is the first step to make him the scapegoat, to say he was a rogue actor, nobody in the Trump family, not Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, Donald Sr. None of them played a role in this. It was just one bad apple that spoiled the bunch, and we're working to get rid of him. So you see the corporation and the Trump family is innocent. It's only Weisselberg that is guilty. And Donald Trump is clearly doing this, and it's not a surprise because what we said and so many others said earlier is that if Weisselberg doesn't flip on Trump, Trump is gonna bury Weisselberg, and that's what it looks like he's trying to do. And the only reason he would do this, the only reason he would try to remove so much power from a guy that's worked at the company for generations is because the charges are valid and serious and scaring Trump and the Trump Organization. But there's more evidence here. Just a few days before Trump's company was charged, secret meetings between prosecutors and Jennifer Weisselberg, which is Allen Weisselberg's ex-daughter-in-law, directly implicate for the first time ever Trump in these crimes. It says here, Weisselberg on June 25th provided key details for investigators. In January 2012, inside the Trump office at Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue, Jennifer Weisselberg watched as Trump discussed compensation with her husband and father-in-law, both company employees. Her husband wouldn't be getting a raise, but their children would get their tuition paid for at a top-rated private academy instead. Weisselberg allegedly relayed to prosecutors that Trump turned to her and said, "Don't worry, I've got it covered." Prosecutors were astonished, according to one source. And again, just a few days later, Weisselberg was charged and the company was charged. This is the first time from an official source that we see Donald Trump directly implicated by a key witness. That it wasn't just Weisselberg and it wasn't just the corporation. It wasn't even just Ivanka and Don Jr. and Eric. It was Donald himself signing these checks, which were central to the tax evasion scheme by Weisselberg and the company. Donald Trump may be trying to sell Weisselberg down the river to avoid his own charges, but the prosecutors know, at least from one crucial source, that the crimes going on at the company, Donald was at the center of them. That's why he's sweating it still.